All right. I'm not going to beat this up too badly today. It's been a long day. But today we're going to talk about standards as it relates to valuation uncertainty. We've been talking about the coronavirus today. We've been talking about a number of sort of down in the dumps topics. Everybody's probably getting inundated with a whole lot of information right now. But I'm going to kind of keep it simple. Early on in March, the International Valuation Standards Council, the IVSC, came out with an article called Dealing with Valuation Uncertainty at Times of Market Unrest. And you can go ahead and change the next two slides, Greg. This was a very helpful article, I thought. It was one of the first articles covered. It was in March, literally like the middle of March, that dealt with valuation uncertainty. We're all hearing a number of things, suggestions, particular methods, approaches, and things like that, and ways to change how we do valuation. But ultimately, we have to sort of look at, well, what's the nightmare scenario? Like, basically, the worst thing that could possibly happen is that your valuation is worthless, and it just doesn't make sense, and it means nothing. And that's very easy to do when it comes down to market uncertainty or valuation uncertainty. You can change the next slide. The basis of this article, go ahead and go to the next one. The basis of this article talks about market uncertainty and as it relates to three types of market or valuation uncertainty. Go to the next slide, Greg. I'm sorry. The three types of valuation uncertainty. This is market disruption, like we're going through right now, where basically there's panic or the market doesn't even really reflect fair market value anymore because people are under compulsion. The second type of valuation uncertainty or thing that can cause valuation uncertainty is input availability, a lack of market data. A lot of the transactions and things that are going on right now, those things are basically less reliable, especially if they're under pressure. So what do we do now? The third type of valuation uncertainty deals with the choice of method. You're going to hear a lot of information right now about what you need to do, what everybody's doing. Discounted cash flow is the cost of capital, all the stuff. All of these things all go into your valuation uncertainty. So you really have to simplify this as best as possible because on a case-by-case basis, all your valuations are going to be different. So you have to figure out a way or best practices and things to do that basically can reduce your valuation uncertainty. And I think that the IBS did a fantastic job with simplifying this article. You can get to the next slide, Greg. They did a really good job with basically describing what causes your valuation to be less certain. Go fast forward 2 slides, Greg. One more. The best way to really deal with this is to reduce the uncertainty. Look at what you're lacking right now. Do multiple approaches, multiple methods. Earlier, the gentleman was talking about how at the town hall they said to run maybe different scenarios with different types of recovery curves. That may be a good idea. Just going to the asset, market, and income approach, not a bad idea either. In the last case that Mrs. Alvarez just described, they had different approaches and different presentations. The more things that you can do, the more sufficient factual observable inputs that you can provide into your data, into your analysis, the better. Because right now there's a lot of uncertainty, and I think that the IVSC did a really good job with really talking about what evaluation uncertainty was and how to really deal with it. Because in the simplest form, we all just want to make sure our valuations are more reliable. So you want to reduce the unknowns and increase the observable inputs to the best of your ability. based on what you have and what you can deal with. The market's kind of shaky right now. I think oil just dropped below where it was with Ronald Reagan. But, like Chris, I've been doing this for a very long time, and I enjoy what I do, and I'm actually having a little bit of an increase in business. So I think everything's going to get better. Everybody just has to hang on.